Hi guys, today in this video we are going to learn how to create React profile card. And in this video we are not going to be using any CSS framework. We are just going to be using our normal CSS as we are familiar with initially. So I just created a folder and named it profile card, and I want to open it up in VS Code because definitely that's the code editor I'm going to be using. So and then inside the code editor now, what I want to do is to open terminal. You can navigate to open your own terminal, close this sidebar. And then inside the terminal here, I can definitely write npx create React app and then dash or dot backslash. So that means you should create React app in this particular directory, in this folder that I'm currently in. So we give it some minutes because this usually takes some minutes before it finishes. Definitely you want to give it some minutes to make it load, download everything we needed, then download this folder and generate every file that's required to build a React application. This tutorial is assuming that you already have the basic knowledge of React, and I don't need to explain every concept that's there, but I'm just going to explain some key fundamentals thing we have been using. So it is like preferable you should learn React and learn the basic of React before watching this video, because it's like a project video. So it has already finished doing what we want. As far as you see this happy hacking, that means all our folders that we need have been generated. So what next do we do? So we can check the source folder and see we have some bunch of files here, like app.css file that we don't actually need. And we may want to delete this app.css file. So I want to move to recycle bin. We have other files too that we are not required, like app text. So I want to delete this also. Then inside we don't need the logo.svg, the report vital web, and the setup.js too. So all of them, we don't need them. So deleting them will be the solution. So let's hit on delete and move to recycle bin. That's great. That's great. So we have app.js, index.css, and index.js file, and that's important. App.js, let's remove everything that's inside first, and then after removing everything that's inside, and let me go to index. Before then, let me just quickly bring out the boiler templates. Import React from React. So we want to import React from React. That's a boilerplate for React application. Then down here, I can just create a function using the arrow function method, const app, and then bracket, then arrow, then curly braces, and I want it to just return me, want to return normal bracket, then split up h1 that just says hello world. I think that would be okay for now. That would be good. And so let's save. After saving, I want to export this, because you definitely want to export it, unless it won't be accessible in your browser. So export default app. So I think that's the case now. After exporting default app, and that's great. That's great. This is looking good. Let's go to my index.js file. I want to remove this vital web importation because I already deleted the file initially. I want to remove all these two, and after removing it, I want to save. And let's run our browser. First CLS to clear everything, then npm start to run our application inside our browser. So we definitely want to run it and see how our application is already looking now. So let's give it some minutes. It used to take some minutes too. Then it's a little bit running faster, so let's just wait. So you can see inside our browser we have this hello world that I wrote inside my app.js file. So let's go back to the code editor and then scroll to the top, close this. We don't need it yet. Index.css, I think we actually don't need much of this CSS here. I want to remove it. So, and then I just want to like bring out set the margin to 0, the padding to 0. I want to set the padding to 0, and then box sizing to border box. I think that's much of what we needed now here. So then these are hello world text that's written. Perfect. I definitely want to see like body. Let me give it a background color. So I want to give the body a background color of ash B1 C2 BA. So that will be good. I think it will give it a little bit. So let me give it a width of 100%. So because I want everything to be full, and then I want to give it a height of 100 VH because I want it to be non-scrollable. Overflow, I want to set it to hidden too. I think that would be cool. So let's check our browser and see what we are having already. Yeah, this is looking good, and we have this our hello world text there, and the background is looking awesome. So let's get back to work. Let's create a new folder here and name it components. So as you know, in React, the beauty of React is creating smaller components. Inside the component folder, I definitely want to create a file, and I want to name it card, because we are definitely creating a card, profile card. So I want to name my file now card.jsx, and if you name it JS, it's okay. If you put JSS, it's still okay. So import React from React. So I definitely want to create a function using the arrow function method. Const card should be equals to bracket, then set it to arrow. Yeah. So return, I want to call it braces, and then maybe a div, to return a div. Say I am a cat. That's good. I think that will be perfect. I want to export this. Export it. Export default. Set it to cat. So after exporting, let me close this, and then let's check the index app.js file. I want to do the importation, import card from component. That means ./component. You can see how I pass the directory. It's that because we are definitely referencing something that's outside the file. So let's quickly render the card here. Let's render the card component here. So what are we expecting to see inside the browser is I am the card, or yeah, I am a card. That's definitely what we are expecting to see because we have rendered the card component inside our app.js file. So that's great. The next thing I want to do here is to create a new folder for my styles, because we are going to be using our normal own CSS. So this folder now, inside the folder, I can just create a file called card.css2. Perfect. So inside my card.css, I want to import the CSS inside my card.css folder, and then you can see how the importation is done. Card.css. I think by now our CSS is linked successfully with our card component, and then I can give it a class name of card. That's great. Just want to copy that class because I don't want to do any mistake. Typographical mistake are boring sometimes. So I can just give it a background color of something white. Yeah, I think full white will be okay. And then I want to give it a width of, actually, I don't know how much percentage of width I should give it, but let me just give it 25 pixels and set the height to probably 60 pixels, 60 view height. Great. Then let me save and check what we're having. Yeah, this my card here is little bit looking short, so I want to increase the height to 80, and then I want to check it again, and the card is a little bit looking okay now, though it may need some adjustment later. So then the next thing I want to do here is to center the card. So I want to give it the body a display of flex. Justify content should be center, and then allow item should be center. Yeah, you can see our card now is a little bit looking awkward. That's great. So I want to return back to my card.css, instead of giving it width of 25%, I want to change it to pixels. I think that would be a stable let me say width property, and 800 pixels. So let's check it out how bigger it's going to be. But 800 pixels should be much wider, definitely. So I want to reduce it to something like 300. So let's check it out if 300 will be perfect for what we want. 300 is looking small, so probably 350. So you definitely can't tell how much space you want, like how much wide you want it. You just need to adjust it as far as it is adjustable as you want. So let's go back to let me close this also. Our concern is with the card now. So inside here, I want to have an image, and then not just image, if now I want to just get an image from Unsplash. I think one of my favorite websites to get quality images, unsplash.com. So profile, I can just search profile, and then let me quickly write something under here, maybe a H1 that says hello, I am. Anyway, let me just hello, I code alumni. I think that would be good. So you can actually write anything. It's not necessary you should put your code alumni. Of course you are, but it's not necessary. You can write your name. So we have HR, that's a line, if you could remember your HTML very well. So under here we could have a div that have a class name of socials, because definitely we are going to be adding some of our social media links. Great, I can just get that image now. Hello, I am code alumni is showing perfectly. So we can just go and get the image, because we haven't yet gotten the image. Yeah, I think download. By hitting on download, the image will start downloading. Great. And you can see here the image has started downloading already. So after it's downloaded, I move it to, let me see. So I move it to a folder here. Just create a folder called public. Inside the public is already here. I create a folder called asset and give it a user. I just rename the image user. That's all what I do. And then inside there, I can just asset reference it from just /asset / and then the name of the image, which I name user.jpg. If your own image is not named user, you are going to definitely use your own name. And see my image very, very big and it's looking awkward, but I'm going to make it look the way I want by modifying it as far as we have our very own CSS here. So then image, I want to open my curly braces, give it a width of 300 pixels, set the width to 300 pixels, set the height to 300 pixels too, and then that's great. And let me check it out. You can see it is a little bit big, but not that big as before. So I want to also set the width to 100 pixels. I think height to 100 pixels too. I want to check it out and see how it look like. So yeah, still it's looking too small now. 150, I think 150 should do. Definitely by assigning width and height, you can't say this actually what will work. So you just need to be adjusting it. So I want to add something like border radius to it. I want to make it 100% because I want it rounded. So border radius 100% will make it rounded. Yeah, that's good. I think that's amazing. I want to set the margin to be 0 pixels and auto. I think that will be good also. Yeah, so this looking good, this looking all right. Let me center the image. I want to center the image to be center, like exactly center of the card. So I want to set the display of the card to flex, set the flex direction to column, and then definitely set the padding to 20 pixels so it will look better. Then align items should be centered too. That would be great. That's great. So let's check it out how the thing is looking like now. Yeah, my image is centered, and then you can see my text. Everything is looking good. Everything is looking good, though my HR disappeared, but I'm going to get it fixed. That one is for sure. So hello, I'm Code Alumni. My card is looking beautiful already, and I don't know whether your own is also looking the way mine is looking, but let's proceed. I know definitely you will get there. So that H1, I want to set the text align to be center, and then I want to give it font size to make it 1.2 rem. So let's check how 1.2 rem will look. So font family or font weight, let me give it bold. So, and I definitely want to check it out. So I can give the whole card a font family of Arial Helvetica, because I want to make it to that everything I write later should also look the same. So we have hello, I am Code Alumni now. It's a little bit smaller and looking good. So I just need to add some small adjustment. So those small adjustments should be, maybe I should add some padding, top to it, 10 pixels, and left and right should be 0 because I don't want it to adjust in that manner. Great. Yeah, I think that's perfect. It's looking good. The next thing I want to do here is I want to make my HR appear that line. So I want to set the width to be 100%. So it's going to appear without disappearing again. It's going to fully be there. So yeah, you can see it's now great. Well, then I want to use my React icons because I want to add social media icons to my card, and then we are going to be using React icons library. So you can check it out. Maybe you have not used it before, maybe I used it before. So this is how React icons library look like. And then I want to install React icons. Before using it, we need to install it. So npm install React-icons, which we install everything we needed to use it in our own code. I think that would be okay. So hit on enter, and it will quickly generate all the things you need. Just watch it do it ASAP. You don't even need to worry much about how fast that will be, and that's okay. That's done. CLS to clear everything, or clear type. You can type clear fully if CLS is giving you an error. So I want to definitely go there and check some cars. What cars do I want? I want Instagram. So I type in Instagram there and I can see the one. You can just pick anyone you like. So this is how to import it. So after the importation, I can just paste it here. I can just copy that and paste it here, import for Instagram, and then copy the icon tag to my code. So, and I believe by doing that, it will actually show the way I want it. So let's check it out. Here I can just add another div, even though I'm going to change it later. I'm not supposed to be using div here, but let's use div for now. So follow me on Instagram. I think that would be good. That'll be good as looking as what I want. So I can just give this one a class name of icons, definitely. So I want to save and check it out after what's happening. Then you can see now we have our Instagram logo and then our text that's looking very good, even though we need to add some styling to make it look better, but at least we can see it's looking very good. We can also get some other icons like Twitter, but now we can't use this icon. Let's use this because this is the new logo of Twitter X, or yeah, I think that's what it's called now. So let's definitely import it too. So then I can just go copy this, and paste it under here. Go grab the icon. I want to just grab this entirely and then replace it with for Instagram. Great. So I can just change it, follow me on Twitter instead of follow me on. So I can just say follow me on X. Everybody understand what I mean now. I believe it's not only me that understand what I'm doing. We all know what X is now. It's our old Twitter, and a lot of people are not calling it X. I don't know why. So let's go get GitHub icon. Now I've changed it. Follow me on GitHub. So we can just go inside our browser and type in GitHub. So it's going to definitely find us some GitHub icons. We can use anyone we want. So I'm grabbing this one, copy, then go paste it to the top where we do import things. Paste it, great. And then I can just scroll to the bottom, go get the icon too, and then I go back to my code to paste it here. Great. I think that will be looking okay. Maybe we should just add one more things to it and we wrap it up. We add some more styling and that's all. So let's copy it, paste it one more time. So let's follow me on YouTube. I think that would be the next thing we add. You can definitely add more than 4, but for now, I'm just going to like, subscribe. It's not going to be follow. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, this is the right time you should subscribe actually. And this is not joke. This actually that you should subscribe to my YouTube channel, and that would be good. So we can get the YouTube icon to import site YouTube. Great. We can just add it to the bottom of our importation and copy the icon tag too and replace it to under there. We can just add the YouTube icons to be like that. Yeah, I think that will be perfect, and we have completed. I've added all 4 icons I want. So let's check it out how it's going to look. And then you see we have follow on everything. So the next thing we are going to be doing now is to definitely adjust it using some CSS to make it look better, because now it's looking like a skeleton. So we need to add some life to it. So I definitely want to do npm install React router DOMs, and then React router DOMs to add some links. So because those icons we added and those texts are supposed to be clickable, and for now they are not clickable. So using React router DOM, we are going to have access to link and then use it for our clickable links. So installing React router DOMs, and after we are done installation of React router DOMs, I can just clear this. And I can import link. So import just my curly braces from, and then I can specify where I want to do my importation from, which is React router DOM. What I want to import actually is the links. The link, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. So I can copy it, go under here. Instead of using those divs with the class of icon, I can just change it and modify them to link, the one we actually imported. So I can hit on F2 to modify them, or I can just go one by one and modify it. So link, that would be great. And I'm going to like add it to the remaining ones too, because it's not going to be. So after adding the link, we want to modify the remaining ones too and make them link too. Great. So let's go ahead and do that. Link, because we are having 4 divs that is supposed to be a link, so we are going to modify them, both the opening and closing tag. I think that's good already, but what next? Haven't we yet added link to where we have not specified where the link will be taking us to? So we have 2 attributes and then set to equals to, then https colon, then // then specify it instagram.com /code_alumni. I think that would be my social link. I can just copy this and paste it to remaining ones and modify them. Yes, great. Instead of instagram.com here now, I can just say twitter.com. I think that's looking better. Then go ahead, paste it to this one and change it to GitHub. Yeah, definitely. So github.com. Great. So the last one, we should modify it. And then instead of sending it to Instagram, I want to change this one to youtube.com/now ads, because this need to be added. That's good. Let's check our browser and see what we are having a bunch of error. I know why this. We have not used the browser router in our app.js, so we need to enclose everything in our app.js with a browser router as far as we are using React router DOM. So let me open let me say React fragment empty tag here now and paste this card in here first, as you can see. And then at the top, I want to import browser router. So we need to enclose everything in our app.js with browser router to make things work, because we are using React router DOM in one component. So import React router DOM, and then what we want to import, that's the browser router. Great. So we want to copy that browser router now and use it instead of just those empty fragments. So I saved. After saving, I think by now the error should be faded away, like it should be. Yeah, that's great. We think the error is gone, but these links are not looking good. They are on the same line. I can just decided to add some breaking tag to each one of them, but I'm not going to do that definitely. Let me use some CSS code because that will look more better. So let me just go under here, select anchor tag. Great. And then here I can just see display should be block. So I can just set the display to be block, not inline block, just block. Great. Then I think by now they should be on top of each other instead of, yeah, that's great. So we want to add some modification to this. I want to just set the font size to something more better, 25 pixels. And let's check it out, even though I know by now it may be a little bit big. Yes, it's looking very, very big. So we can just reduce it and set it to 22 pixels. Setting it to 22 pixels. And then I can just give it font weight of bold. And then let me change the color to be definitely, the color should be, I think 0202. That's black, but not that deep black. So that's great. I can just check it out and see how the thing look. So after then, I can just set the padding to 10 pixels. After setting the padding to 10 pixels, great. I think the padding is looking okay. Yeah, even though there are some, the links is a little bit big, more than the way I expect. So I can just reduce the font size, set it to, I think, 19 pixels. So let's check it out how the thing is looking. And it's a little bit looking more smaller. So that's one thing about setting width and height, or setting font size. You can't have the exactly how you want it until you keep on modifying till it suits your taste. So that's better. This is looking good already. So the next thing I want to do here is to add some, let me say, box sizing to this. Box sizing to this card. So that means the socials icon should have, let me add some margins to this to 20 pixels, so it will switch from the top. I think, yes, now I think that's looking better. So let me go get the property of box sizing. So by just typing box sizing in CSS, you can just scroll down and check it out. You don't need to cram anything. You just can just go to 95 box sizes, and then I can just grab anyone I like and copy. As far as I hit on it, it will copy. So I can just go and paste it inside my card component, and that's good. It should be effective now. You can see now my card is having box sizing. That's great. So the next thing I want to do is to actually go check the responsiveness of this card, how responsive it look. Is it looking good the way I want? So by expecting, and then you can see how it's going to look on my mobile devices, which is not that looking good. I don't like the way it is looking, but we just need to add a little bit of media query, and everything will be good. So by just adding at media screen and maximum width, so if you have forgotten your media query, maybe you need to cover it again. I think media query is very, very important for responsive design. So 900 pixels, that's the width I'm going to specify. And I just want to copy the whole card component, even though we don't need much of the code, but let's copy it to avoid doing any mistake, and then paste it inside my media query. I just want to set the height to auto. Initially from 80 VH, I want to set it to auto. So that means it's going to be exactly filled with the way the content inside it is. So, and then I want to remove everything here and leave the height, because they're actually not needed, and it's like a repetition, which is not good. It's make our code load slower. So by saving, you can see now this better. I think this looking better. Great. And then I want to just let me say remove those underline on my link, so I can say text decoration. I just want to set it to none. I think that will like get away with that, and that's perfect. This is the end of our tutorial, and if you like this video, kindly subscribe and like. See you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye bye.